What's happening? I wanted to make this video on the fitness industry to basically break it down for you and give my opinion on it, on why I think it's an absolutely awful place that does the exact opposite of what it should do. I sort of want to differentiate myself here because I'm not a fitness influencer, whatever that is. I'm just a person that wants to provide people with good content in order so that they can better their lives. I'm not trying to say a lot of YouTubers and stuff, they're going to try and build up a few thousand followers, get a discount code for BCAAs and then start trying to make money off their subscribers. That's not what I'm about at all. I genuinely want to provide people with useful and insightful information and just make the process of getting fit and healthy, enjoyable, entertaining and something that's fun. It's like there's so much fakeness out there in the fitness industry. There's so much people doing bad and unethical things, and say as a consumer and someone who's just getting into fitness, it's hard to know who's genuine and who's not. So hopefully in this video I'll be able to break down the fitness industry and give you a better understanding of it, give you things to look out for so you can tell who's genuine, you can tell the typical scams, and I'm going to be able to fucking say this is this person, this is what they're doing, this is what they should be doing. That's the crack. So hopefully it's going to be a good video, and like, subscribe, you know the crack. I'm not even going to ask you to do all that, I just technically did, but yeah, let's just jump into it. In my opinion, the fitness industry should be a place that solves people's problems, educates them and leaves them healthier and happier, but instead it's turning into a place that likes to confuse people, use marketing techniques in order to profit off them and leave them with more questions than answers. To put this into practice, let's say someone comes to the fitness industry with a problem, for example, fat loss. This person wants to lose fat, they know nothing about it. Here is the consumer with the problem, and here is the principle to fat loss, a calorie deficit. But the consumer can't see the principle yet, because in the middle you have the fitness industry building a massive fucking wall so that you can't actually see the principle. They're going to say stuff like, take my body type quiz, take these BCAAs, buy my cookbook, drink this skinny coffee. All so the consumer is going to buy into these products, realize they don't work, go back to square one, buy into the products again, realize they don't work. And again, it's just a constant loop. But if someone in the fitness industry was able to open the door and show them the principle and then say, this is how you lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you want support, you can buy into my course or you can buy into my pack. But they're not doing that. They're telling them all these different ways that they need to lose fat. They're telling them they need to take a body type quiz. They're telling them they need to do HIIT training in their living room. When realistically, if you just educate them that they need to be in a calorie deficit and then teach them methods that they can use to create that deficit, then the world would be a lot better of a place. I'm not saying that these products and services don't work, because a lot of the time they actually do work, but in terms of fat loss, the only reason that they're working is because they've created a calorie deficit. So let's use Joe Wicks for example, the body transformation specialist, probably one of the most famous PTs out there. You have Sandra down the road who's a bit overweight, and then she signs up to Joe Wicks Academy doing HIIT training and eating out of his cookbook, and she's lost loads of fat, and she's like, I lost fat because I'm doing HIIT training and eating Joe Wicks cookbook. Joe Wick, that's a tongue twister. Done HIIT training and eating out of Joe Wicks cookbook, but I can't say that. Anyway, the only reason that she's lost fat is because by doing this she's created a calorie deficit, and she doesn't understand this, so she thinks the fat loss is down to Joe Wicks, his HIIT training and his cookbook. So now she tells everyone else that they need to do that, but she doesn't actually understand that she keeps buying into the service over and over and over again and thinks that's the only way that she can potentially lose fat. And Joe Wicks is sitting there like, happy days, raining money. I'm not actually going to educate these people on why they're actually losing fat, because then they might not want to buy my service and not need me anymore. It's all about making money. I'm going to show you a few other popular products and services within the fitness industry and break them down, explain to you why they're a scam. Right, so first up, and definitely the biggest scam, is weight loss drinks. Weight loss drinks have no scientific backing, and there's just absolutely no evidence to suggest that these products are going to make you lose any weight at all. The only products that are weight loss drinks that actually make you lose weight are the ones that make you shit yourself, and that's not the sort of weight that you want to be losing. These products are usually promoted by influencers who have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers, and what they do is take advantage of their followers' insecurities, because most of their followers are built up of teens who have body image insecurity or just lack of confidence in general. So what these influencers do is promote these products and say, if you just drink this, it'll solve all your problems, you'll lose weight. All these influencers care about is making money and not actually helping their followers by providing them with useful information. The BBC Three recently done an undercover investigation where they reached out to a number of influencers and asked them to promote a new weight loss drink called Cyanora. Now, the main ingredient of this weight loss drink was hydrogen cyanide, a chemical agent used to poison people in World War I. Now, of course, all of these influencers agreed to happily promote the product without even trying it in the first place. One of the influencers, Lauren Goodger, actually admitted that she's never tried Skinny Coffee, which is a product that she's promoted in the past. This basically sums up influencers and sums up weight loss drinks. They don't work and they're promoted by scam artists. So if you see anyone on your feed promoting weight loss drinks, or if they just look like a knob and they're from a reality TV show, I would probably unfollow them. And even if you don't unfollow them, just please don't take any fitness advice from them, especially this knob. Next up, we have FaceShred. Now, if you've made it past the last few years without seeing this knob pop up in your advertisements, you're doing very well. This man literally invests millions of pounds into advertisements in order to confuse and overcomplicate simple aspects of fitness. Instead of saying things like foods with high protein, he uses foods with high thermic effect. And instead of telling people that they need to eat in a calorie deficit to lose fat, he says they need to take his body type quiz. I think everyone's fallen victim to FaceShred once upon a time. I remember when I was about 15 taking my body type quiz and having all the hopes in the world. But realistically, FaceShred likes to draw people in so they buy his program, and then even when they do buy his program, he tries to sell them supplements. He's just all about making money. There's also reports of him double charging people and offering no refunds when they don't like his service. He just is a complete scam artist. The reason why FaceShred's so popular is because he tells people what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. It's not exactly sexy to tell people they need to consume less food if they want to lose fat. So instead, FaceShred says it's their body type or it's their metabolism. He literally says anything apart from the truth, so he can overcomplicate things and make money off people. He even claims that calorie restrictive diets cause you to go into starvation mode, which is just complete bullshit. But again, he knows what people want to hear and he likes to draw them in. In case you're wondering what actually happens when you sign up to FaceShred's program, he literally just puts you on a calorie restrictive diet, the exact thing that he said causes starvation mode. The man is just a complete knob. Please don't listen to him. Next up, we'll have Slimming World. Now, I'm not saying that Slimming World is necessarily a scam, but it just overcomplicates the simple aspects of fat loss by giving its users a complicated system and ways in which to eat by labeling some foods as sins, having some foods that they can eat unlimited amounts of, and it's basically just a different way to create a calorie deficit. There is lots of positive with Slimming World as well, and loads of people lose a lot of weight. However, the cons outweigh the pros in my opinion, and it just overcomplicates stuff way too much. Slimming World also has weekly weigh-ins where it gets its members to do a weigh-in in front of other people each week. In my opinion, this is just completely not acceptable because lots of people will eat like shit all week and then starve themselves in weigh-in day, and then when they've dropped a couple of pounds, which 9 times out of 10 is just water weight and not actually fat, they're applauded. I think that people need to be taught about the simple aspects of fat loss and fitness instead of constantly having to buy into programs and plans that overcomplicate the simple principles and get their consumers to constantly buy into their service over and over and over again. Fuck Slimming World. But luckily for you, you're on my YouTube channel, which means you're a legend and you're never going to be scammed by the fitness industry again, because here's the principles to fat loss and here's the principles to muscle gain. And if anyone tries to sell you shitty products or services, give them one end. Right, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. It gave you a bit more insight to what I'm about and what the fitness industry is about for the most part. I'm going to be banging out weekly videos now, so hit subscribe, turn on post notifications, you know the crack already, and I'll see you in the next one.